Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Book, and today I have an exciting video for y'all. It is my March wrap-up and my April TBR. Give me some! This is my very first wrap-up and TBR, and I'm really excited because, as you can see, I've got a little bit more books, which I'm going to do a haul next. But before I get into this, I wanted to let you guys know why I didn't upload on Friday. Okay, so the reason why I did not upload on Friday is because I finished my very first novel and now I am editing and revising it. So this is pretty sweet. Like, I was literally in awe when I was printing this. I was like, I'm done. And now I have to just work on it and work on it, so I'm really excited. And the reason why this is folded up is I don't want to release the name of the book yet. I still want to keep it a little bit of a mystery, and I'll reveal the name of the book maybe later on this year when we're getting closer to the publishing date, or sorry, the release date. I really want to apologize about the lighting. I didn't want to put both my lights in here because I have to go into work in like 45 minutes, so this is gonna be a quick video. Hopefully I can film it so I can edit it tonight and upload it on Sunday. Maybe it'll probably end up going up on Sunday, but I'll edit it tonight when I get home. But I didn't feel like putting both my lights up and just taking them down really quickly. So I have one light and it's awkward. It's right behind the camera and it's not even on full power. So, okay, so next time I will be doing a haul. As you can see, I have quite a few more books on here. And I actually rearranged these because I'm still trying to figure out a way to arrange these. Like, I just don't know. I don't know. Like, first I put it out by author, by alphabetical order. So we're gonna see how that goes when I get more books, because I do have a few more books coming in, so I'm not gonna do the haul yet. They're actually here at the post office, but sorry, they're at the post office, but the post office is closed until Monday. So I'm gonna have to wait till Monday to get those and probably film it. So yeah, maybe I'll just put up this video on Monday. Who knows? So give you like a Monday, Friday kind of, or Monday, Thursday kind of dealio. So I want to get into the books that I read, and it wasn't very many. I actually read, well, technically I read 2/3 if you want to count it. So the first book I read was Divergent, as I told you guys. I started this channel a little late, and my my 50 book challenge. The reason why it is 50 books is because I started like really late in mid-March. So I started my whole challenge about 3 weeks ago, I believe. So I read Divergent, and then I also read Insurgent, and that was the second book that I read, and I really liked the series. I'm really excited, although I did need a break from the Divergent series. So I went ahead and waited on Allegiance, and I will be reading that next month, or this month in April. And the last book that, if you really want to count it, it's Monument 14, and this is something that I really wanted a quick read so I can say that I read 3 books in March, but I ended up finishing it on April 1st. So if you want to count it, I mean, I started it on March 31st and finished it on April 1st in the morning. So I mean, I guess you can count it, right? Like, yeah, it was pretty cool. I really like this book. If you haven't heard about it, I don't know if it's really popular, but it was in the section in Barnes & Noble that says what teens are reading right now, so I'm guessing it's pretty popular. I'm not sure. This book is about the post-apocalypse, and this actually just talks about the whole apocalypse thing going on, but it's only happening in one part, like one city in the entire country. So these kids get stranded at a Greenway store, which is kind of like a Walmart or something, and I've always wanted to get stuck in a Walmart with like friends and stuff and like have to survive and, you know, like use their stuff that they have stocked there. So I think it's pretty cool, and I really like this book. I really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to read the second book. So that is what I read in March. Now moving on to my TBRs in April. So as I said, I did read Monument 14, and I want to read Monument 14 Sky on Fire. I actually picked this up because this was the one that was in the what teens are reading right now, and this is actually a second book. I didn't know that, so it doesn't say anywhere on here, like it has that, but it doesn't say that this is the first one and this is the second one. It was by itself. So I'm just like, okay, and I started reading it, and I'm like, I feel like I'm supposed to know something. So I went online and checked it out, and it said that this was the second book. So I went and bought the first one, and now I'm gonna read the second one, even though I started it, and I kind of knew it was gonna happen in the first one, but I didn't know the full details, so I got the full details. I mean, it was sort of like a spoiler, but not really. So I'm excited to finish this because it's not very long. It's like 200 pages, so this should take about a day to read. I mean, not even, so yeah. The next book I plan to read in April is Allegiant, and I really want to finish the series just so I can say that I finished a series, because my Hush Hush series, I didn't read Finale. I haven't read Finale yet. I have read Crescendo, Hush Hush, Crescendo, and Silence, but I have not read Finale. I don't know why I haven't. Like, I needed a break because it was so much and I was so wrapped up into it that I was like literally in the Hush Hush world, and I like that, but I couldn't focus on schoolwork or anything, so I took a break from it, and I need to come back to this actually. So the next book I plan on reading, which I actually started because I am doing a read along on Goodreads, and I will leave a link down below to that, but it is The Mortal Instruments, The City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and I have been wanting to read this so bad because so many people rave about this, my coworkers rave about this, and I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, and I started reading it and I'm already loving it, but I did, I was trying to finish my book, so I haven't gotten really far into it. I'm like on the 100th page or something like that, so I'm not that far into it, but I already love it, and we are going to be reading the entire series up to the release of City of Heavenly Fire. So I'm going to be reading City of Bones, and so I'm also going to be reading A City of Ashes and City of Glass this month, because that is how the read along is scheduled, where it's like 10 days, you have 10 days to read the book, and I'm trying to read it as fast as possible, but my whole novel, my very first novel, has been pushing that back a little bit, but I want to get back on track and just read this as quickly as possible because I'm already behind schedule on the books I'm supposed to read, and I'm really excited to read them. The next book I plan to read, hopefully if I can get to it, if I can finish this book in fast enough, is Delirium by Lauren Oliver, and I really loved Before I Fall. I actually haven't finished it, so I need to go back and reread it because my mom actually bought it and she read it. She's like, you need to read this, Kayla, you need to read it. So I started reading it and I loved it, but I kept having to reread certain paragraphs because every time I tried to read it, I was always in a place that wasn't very like peaceful and quiet, and I really need quietness when I read, so I didn't get to finish it, and I had to give it back to her. So I picked this up, and I'm actually gonna go back and probably pick up Before I Fall. Who knows? I only see it in paperback now, and we had actually bought it in hardback, so I don't know, but whatever. But I'm going to be reading Delirium for sure. Then I'm going to finally start Splintered. Now, I have been wanting to read this, and when I picked it up to read it after I finished Insurgent because I needed that break, I was like, this is not what I need. This is not what I need to read, you know, after I read Insurgent. It's just like, I don't know, I needed something different. So I picked up Monument 14 and read that, and I loved it. So I'm excited to get into this because Alice in Wonderland is my favorite movie, my favorite, like, everything. I just love everything Alice in Wonderland. It's just so weird. My Halloween party is gonna be Alice in Wonderland themed. By the way, I'm gonna do like a whole video on it and everything. So cool, so cool. Oh, and this is by A.G. Howard, by the way. Oh, and Monument 14 is by Emmy Laybourne. Emmy Laybourne. The next book I'm going to dive into, hopefully, is Fangirl. Now, this is by Rainbow Rowell, and I've heard so many great things about this. I actually picked it up to be my little break from the Divergent series, but I really wanted to read something quickly so I can say that I read 3 books in March. But that, you know, that didn't happen. Technically it didn't, I guess, whatever. But this was gonna be my break book, but it wasn't. So I still really want to read this because I've heard so many great things about it, and when I was reading the little synopsis, I was like, yes, I really want to read this. Like, it's gonna be so cute, and I just, like, I won't want to put it down. I just know I'm gonna love it. And this, oh my gosh, this cover, like, it's so cute and colorful. Like, I just, like, on my shelf, it just looks so awesome. Like, it looks so pretty. I just love it. And the last book I'm going to be getting into, hopefully for the month of April, is A Breath of Frost, and this is by Alexandra Harvey, and I really had wanted to read this when I first picked it up. I was like, this sounds good, and I think I've heard something good about this. I don't know if it was this one. Could have sworn I heard somebody say something good about this, but I looked it up on Goodreads and people really loved it, so I'm excited to read it. And yeah, so that is it for my March wrap up and April TBR, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs this up, and if you really want to see a haul next time, thumbs this up because I'm going to be doing one, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye. The next book I plan to read, well, I actually started it because I am doing a read along on...
Hey, I was going to ask you what happened to Juanito's